So you're interested in doing an online diploma in IT with us. That's awesome news. So glad that you're interested. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through the enrollment process or the registration process. So you can register for the course if you're still interested. We'd love to have you on board. This is an exciting and new program that we've established, and we're really looking forward to seeing you succeed in this course. So the first thing that we need you to do is to register with TAFE New South Wales, SWSi Institute, and we're going to provide you with that link. Someone may have already given you that link. If not, they will very shortly. And so once you've got that link, you're going to need to copy that into a browser, and that browser then is going to guide you through the process. So I've got my browser open on screen. You should be able to see that. And we're just going to do a simple copy and paste that information in. So there's the URL for this particular month, and by hitting enter, I'm going to be taken to the TAFE New South Wales website. Now, a lot of this is fairly straightforward. You just need to follow the bouncing ball, put your own personal information into the fields that are provided, and then agree to the terms and conditions, and you'll be registered. We'll get notification as to your registration, and then we can process that, and we'll get emails out to you very, very shortly, letting you know of your success in registering for the course. Now, there are some key areas that we need to touch on this enrolment, because it is a legal document that you are working with, and you are signing up for a course, and you're committing to paying a fee for this course, etc. So we do need to make sure that you do that properly, and I'll talk a little bit about each of those screens as they come up to them. For some of it, it's just standard, as I've mentioned, and we'll skip over that fairly quickly. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice is that you've got are you a previous TAFE student? If you are, you can select yes, and it will ask you for your username and password. I'm assuming that most of us won't, so I'm going to go through the no option, and that is I'm going to put all the information in from scratch. So I'm going to continue. And as I said, this is all standard, who you are, where you come from, making sure that we've got your contact details, etc. So I'm just going to pause the video now. I'm going to fill this information in. You can do the same, and then we'll be back shortly. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, I've filled in my details. I'm hoping that you'll fill your details in as well. My last name, my first name, you can see that I'm a male. My date of birth, going to leave you guessing on that one. Obviously that's a lie, isn't it? 1980, but we'll leave that one a secret. Preferred given name's got Lewis there. I'm going to change that to Pete. And so my first given name's Pete, just checking this, Lewis, yep. My address, phone number, and email address down the bottom here. Once I'm satisfied with all that, I can go continue. And it's going to then ask me some more information about myself. Am I Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander? The answer is no to that one. Do you consider yourself to have a disability? You can list your disabilities if you happen to have any. Could be anything from a medical condition. As you can see, you've got vision disability or physical disability. All those provisions are there for you, and even another button if you need to specify something that hasn't been listed there. Do you reside in Australia? We'll say yes to that one, and I'm an Australian citizen. And down here we can tick this little box here, TAFE New South Wales credit transfer. What that one does is it allows us to transfer any previous studies that you may have done through TAFE over into this course if it's applicable. So I often get students just to tick that box, just in case you do have something that you wish to transfer. A declaration, read through the declaration, click on the links, follow those, read that information, make sure you know what you're declaring, and then you can accept. Once you've done that, hit continue. And now we're going to be asking a whole lot of questions about you and your previous studies, trying to get a feel for where our students are coming from. Now, this information is generic. We can't pinpoint it back to you as an individual, so I encourage you to fill this information out. If you don't fill it out, you may get a phone call from one of our staff asking you to fill it out, so it's often best just to fill it out. And as I said, it's totally, it can't be tracked back to you as an individual. This is about holistic information coming from all of us, not just looking at one particular person. Alright, so I'm just going to pause again and I'll fill this information out and I'll see you back here shortly. Once you finish filling out that survey information, you'll be led to a summary page, and that summary page you can just check it, make sure your details are all okay, make sure you're comfortable with the information you've put in there, and once you are, you can click on the continue button. Now this page is really important because it's got your registration details, and you'll notice about almost to the bottom of the page there, I've got a username and I've got a password. I'm going to ask that you write that down, that you put it in a safe place, because you're going to need that information at a later date to log into some of our systems. Now, you do get an email sent to you, which will have exactly the same information in it, so please check your emails. If you're happy, you've got your email, you've got the information, then you can disregard saving it elsewhere. But I'm just going to copy that down now so that I know what that is for later on. More importantly, I'm going to copy the password. So there you go, just put it in a nice safe place, and then I'm going to grab my password so that I can remember that for next time. Done. Alright, so I'm going to continue. At this point here, we need to answer some questions around vet fee help. And as I said to you, vet fee help is a loan from the government that you can take out to do this course. The course is a $20,000 course, so that's a lot of money. Some students choose to pay part of it, some students choose to pay all of it, and other students choose to put it on to vet fee help. So we've got all those options there. If you wanted to just proceed to payment, then you can click this little button here, proceed to payment, and we will be billing you for the $20,000. Otherwise, you can request vet fee help. And so that's the process I'm going to take you through now, is what you need to do at this point. So let's click on request that vet fee help. And you can see that the amount is $20,000, and I can choose to do a self-payment option as well. So it could be that I'm going to choose to pay $10,000 up front, and that means that the balance of that $20,000 would be paid through vet fee help. It could be that I want to pay all of it through vet fee help, and in that case I would leave this blank and I would be billed, or I would have a loan for that $20,000. But at this point here, you need to read through the information, know your dates, know when the start date is, when the admin date and the census dates are, because they're important. You hit the census date and you're locked into the terms of the loan. If you exit the course before census date, then you're not charged. There may be a charge around the admin date, but at this stage there doesn't seem to be one for TAFE. That could change, so you just need to keep an eye on that. Once you've read through everything, you can actually specify here, do you have or have you had a vet fee help or a fee help debt before? And you can say yes if you do, no if you don't. If you say yes, they're going to check to see what that was and see whether you're still eligible. You can leave this blank for now, because we will fill this out for you, and we'll give you some information around this particular number. You need to provide your tax file number, and so we need to have that. If you don't have it on hand and you want to just get the application in, then you can leave that blank, and we will be requiring the tax file number from you shortly after you fill this form in. But if you do have it, chuck it in now and we're done. Okay, so once we're happy with that, we can click continue. And at this point here, it's giving me some more information and a declaration. I need to read through the vet fee help to know exactly what I'm getting into. I need to say that I understand all these different statements that are listed below, and then I need to accept the conditions that are listed above. So once I'm happy with that, I've read through it, then I can submit. Okay, a vet fee help application form has been emailed to that particular address. My address will be emailed to your address. And also, if you scroll down, you should be able to print the form. So if I click on that, you can see that it's now downloaded into my browser, and there it is there. So this is the form that we're talking about. Obviously I didn't provide the tax file number, and so it's not there, and there is some information that needs to be updated in there. So that form's really not complete until I've got all the information that I need. Alright, once we've done that, I'm going to close. And that should have closed the browser, but there seems to be a bit of a hiccup with the browser, but that's okay. I'm done. My process has been done. I've enrolled or registered and enrolled, and now I've filled out my vet fee help information. And you're on the system. We'll have a record of that. We'll be in touch with you. We're going to send you a couple of emails. We're going to get you into some other systems that you'll need to study with us, and it's going to be all good. So, fantastic. If you followed me through that, if you're signing up, if you're going to be a part of this program, that is awesome news. Looking forward to getting to know you, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.